in the last 10 years in terms of women's rights in Argentina. I think the most important thing that happened is that we have a woman as a president, which for many countries that could be, I don't know, especially coming from Europe, it can be normal, but still I remember the day when for the day of her inauguration ceremony, I was watching it with my mother, and she said she's 57 and at the time she was 50 or something. She said, I can't believe there's a woman was chosen as president in Argentina. Not because we are a country that oppresses women, not because Argentina is a country that oppresses women, or there haven't been important women in history, but being president, I think it's a whole different level. And although I'm not a big supporter of her, I think the way she handles her whole, the whole process of communicating what the government is doing involves a change of how we perceive women in every aspect, like coming from the language, how she expresses herself. In Spanish, when you use words in plural, it's always in like the male way, and she always speaks using the male and the female way, you know? It's hard to explain it because I'm not a language expert, but she focuses on that. They have a very well thought out like communication, propaganda and stuff like that, and they are always focusing on the women on our history, coming from Eva Perón, who was the wife of Juan Domingo Perón, which is probably the most important political figure in the history of Argentina. She was his wife, and she had a very important role in the society because she was very keen on helping poor people, and instead of focusing on him as Cristina Kirchner's like reference, she always focuses on Evita, and I think that is interesting to say the least. And also she gave a new, how can I say, she gave more relevance to the fight for human rights in Argentina. I think Argentina is a country who is ahead of a lot of countries in South America in terms of human rights in relation to the military dictatorships that happen here. And Argentina is one of the only countries who judged and sent to jail the dictators, the actual dictators, and the most important people who fight against, who are always doing protests and are always on the news and are trying to give, I don't know, to bring the attention to those topics, are always women. Why? Because it's always the mothers of the people who were kidnapped, the grandmothers. So I think that is something that the President, Cristina Kirchner, has brought a lot of attention to. The power that women have in this term, I think. Yeah. My national role model for the last 10 years would be Cristina Kirchner. I think to tell you the truth, I haven't voted for her, and I think I don't believe some of her motives for doing what she does, but still she brings a lot of attention to women's issues, and she tries very hard to empower women. I think something interesting that is happening, coming from an academic background, I see that women's issues in universities have become like a trend, sort of, for people who study sociology or anthropology, history, philosophy. It's a topic that people are interested in investigating and people are interested in doing research about. So there might be something there, you know. It takes a long way from the academy to like the whole population to like get that message spread out. But still, I think that is something important that it's been going on. The universities have opened institutes to study women's rights, to study women's issues, gender rights in general, with all the things that includes. And I think it can be the government that opened the door for inclusion and for it woke something up in people, like an interest in what women are going through. In terms of, for example, abortion, there is a huge problematic in Argentina because it's illegal. So a lot of women die when trying to get an abortion in an illegal way. It's still something that is problematic. But still, every year there's been bigger and bigger protests about it, and bigger forums and congresses that talk about that issue. My female role model for today, I think it will be Susana Trimarco, because she, although her daughter is missing and it's such a horrible situation, she still has some strength in her to fight against this situation, which is horrible, to help other people. She has opened a foundation for girls who could escape that horrible life, and to help them, you know, and to make this situation visible for everybody. And not only for girls, for us to take care of ourselves, but for men as well. Like, there's this phrase, without clients there won't be human trafficking, you know. If there weren't men who went looking for that, there won't be prostitutes, there won't be sex slaves, you know. So I think she has so much strength, and it's so admirable what she has done in all these years, that I think she's a good role model for women today. In the next 10 years, I wish there would be more young women fighting for women's rights. I think in politics, there's little to no young women who are making visible change, you know. Also in human rights, all the women that I've just talked to you about, and it's always in Argentina, some group of women that are very famous are the abuelas y madres de Plaza de Mayo, who are the mothers and the grandmothers of the people who were kidnapped during the military dictatorship. And they are so amazing though. But there's still no female icon that is young, you know, that I can relate to, you know. I wish there's a huge. Argentina is a country that has a very big, like a very big wave of political activism during university, because the university in Argentina is free, it's public, and it's where most political parties form, and so it's full of people doing politics inside the university, and it's full of girls. I know so many girls who do that, and who have become student body presidents of many faculties, but still that doesn't translate into actual politics. You have some, of course you have women in the Senate, in the Congress, you have ministers, but they are from an older generation. We had two we have now. And we had another Minister of Economy who were in their 30s. That doesn't happen with women. We don't have ministers who are in their 30s. We have some deputies, some legislators, but in my opinion, it's not enough. So I wish, I can see it happening, you know? I can see it happening in the future. I think it would be so interesting to, last year, a lot of parties from the, like, not extreme, but from like left wing, from like the left wing part of the politics, gained a lot of power, gained some power, which was never seen before in Congress. So I would love to see a woman from one of those parties, a young woman, to be filling out a chair at the Congress or something like that. I think that would be so useful, having someone young, you know, like new blood. There's this old generation of politicians, and they are always the same. They are always the same women. So I wish a young girl comes out and fights for our rights.